What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today when I talk to you about Lucid, more specifically partnerships, and that's ultimately what investors want to hear at this stage in the game. So I wanted to go over some of the recent updates and what that might mean for a timeline. Before we get into any of that, make sure to hit that thumbs up, and with that, let's get right to it. So popping over quickly to LinkedIn, you do see this individual, so Jennifer Latz or Jennifer Jones, and she is now the new global head of experience, partnerships, and talent as of June 2025. So partnerships, keyword there. So I think that there's clearly some things in the works. And as I've expressed in the past, if a company isn't being transparent, one way to kind of figure out what they're really doing behind the scenes is look at the jobs that they are hiring for and that they have hired for in the past. So essentially shows that Lucid is kind of looking at partnerships. So that's a good thing, right? And even based on Jennifer's previous experience, it does align with what Lucid is trying to do marketing wise. So she was previously the senior director of brand and consumer marketing at the Kansas City Chiefs. So that was over a 2 or almost 3 year period. So good stuff for that. Red Bull, director of shopper marketing, and that was a similar 2-year kind of experience. I don't know if Lucid's poaching individuals that have Red Bull experience or something, but I do believe that this is the second executive recently that did work at Red Bull. So I don't know if there's some correlation there, but nonetheless, based on previous experience, does align with what I guess Lucid's trying to do. Even though I don't really see that much experience with partnerships, but based on what she did right, goes to show that she's passionate about it. So she goes to say that she's hired as the head of global experience, partnerships, and talent. This role brings together several things I'm passionate about: building meaningful partnerships, shaping immersive brand experiences, and working with talent in ways that drive both cultural and business impact. So pretty good stuff, right? So sounds like a good individual, but it really does hit home that Lucid is now paying attention to partnerships, or else why would she have put that as the first main point that she's passionate about? Even looking at the last earnings, the transcripts, Mark did bring up numerous times that there's a lot of advanced discussions with a lot of OEMs. Some could be for licensing, some could be just simply for supply chain. Obviously, I don't think they really distinguish between the two, but I think both are being looked at. So like I said, you can look at some of the jobs that they are hiring for, and one is just a strategy partnership. So this is for supply chain. So they're looking at that front for partnerships and for licensing. So I think that there is some big things coming, but as I always explain, I'm not here to BS you or give any false hope. Just because she was hired does not mean that they're going to be announcing something like next week. Most likely, once someone does get ingrained in a position, it will take them time. So most likely, if anything at best, you will see something probably mid to late Q3, if not possibly Q4. So especially even with their upcoming earnings, don't anticipate any crazy updates. Most likely Jennifer, if anything, will be speaking with a lot of these OEMs that they've already had some advanced kind of discussions with. Mark did mention because of the tariffs, a lot of them might be getting cold feet, so maybe Jennifer is the closer, if that kind of makes sense. So again, good stuff that Lucid is really focusing on this, but don't anticipate any crazy updates anytime soon. So let me know your viewpoint on that. I think that's kind of a good thing. Even looking at a lot of the other positions that they are hiring for, clearly they are trying to align with the administration's viewpoint to kind of cut their costs, right? Even Mark did mention, it wasn't, I believe, their last earnings, it was a fireside chat, that ultimately these tariffs will impact Lucid's margins by 10 to 15%. So at the end of the day, by localizing as much as they can, I think that will be very advantageous for the bottom line for Lucid, and through that, its customers. So let me know your general thoughts on Lucid. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend. This is a quick update, and stay tuned for tomorrow's video where I go over some expectations on this upcoming week, what's going to impact the price and everything else. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing, pop over to my Patreon. I give buy signals on stocks, options, crypto, many of which have been absolutely on point. Definitely worthwhile to pop over there and take a look. With all that said, appreciate all of you watching.